the stock photo library for posts add-on. Over the last few weeks, we started rolling out a new feature for all website admins, where in the backend admin area, you've got access to this stock photo library. There's over 3 million stock photos in there. And so in the admin area, you're able to access this, for example, like when you're editing a web page. However, with this add-on, what it does is it extends access to the stock photo library to your members as well. So when they're, for example, publishing posts on your website, they can quickly and easily find and insert stock photos directly into their posts, really just skyrocketing the value of the content that's being published to your website.
Yeah, and what's exciting about this is we started with this. Everyone still and will always have access to these stock photos in the admin area and moving forward. As David mentioned, this is an extension of that for the front end of your site when you're creating things like blog posts or anything where you're using the text editor on the front end of your sites.
And so we'll get into a demo of how exactly this works from the front end of your website, from like the member's perspective. But before we do that, just giving you a brief overview of the key features of this stock photo library for post add-on. So your members would now have access to that stock photo library. Currently, there's over 3 million stock photos that should be growing as time goes on. And then the photo library will be accessible directly in the text editor, for example, when your members are creating their posts. So they don't have to go to some third-party website. They don't have to have a subscription or purchase specific stock photos. They'll just be able to open up the library, search for exactly what kind of photo they're looking for, and then with just 1 or 2 clicks, be able to insert the images they want into the content that they're creating on your website. So you can enable access to the stock photo library either for individual members, if you only wanted specific, maybe a handful of members to have access to this. And you can also enable access to the stock photo library for all of the members within specific membership plans. So you can either enable this for individual members or on a membership plan basis.
Before we dive into checking out some of the settings and some of the more benefits with this, we wanted to give you an idea of what this is and what it looks like on the front end when it's enabled on the front end of your website. So let's do a quick setup. Let's write an article and let's access some of these photos. And I'm logged into a member who has the ability to access the stock photo add-ons. I'll just close this bar here. So let's create a community article. So just very quickly, what you're going to see when this is enabled is when you want to insert an image, you're going to have, and again, we're on the front end of the website, not the admin. Everyone has access to this in the admin. But with this add-on and when it's enabled, you and your members can have this pixels option here when you're wanting to insert an image. And I'll just search for island. And we can see we get a ton of island images here. And what I like more is you can actually choose the orientation, horizontal, vertical, or square. And I love using it with the ChatGPT add-on that we have because it can quickly spin an article with you and then you can marry it together with some quality imagery. I couldn't resist, so I do have a little bit of a prompt here that I wanted to use. To have ChatGPT spin up an article. This says write 500 words in the tone of a health magazine, use bullet lists, the benefits of hiking on weekends for heart health and longevity. I'll even add the word for seniors here, just so it's even more specific. Specific articles are a lot better than broad articles. So when you're trying to come up with article topics, we talk about this a lot. The more specific, the better. Speak from the perspective of how humans used to be more active, etc. At the end, and if you guys are using ChatGPT, this is always a good, for content, this is always a good thing to add at the end, right as if you're Quillbot or Grammarly to avoid AI detection. What that does is it helps ChatGPT create a more humanized touch with its output, but this should work pretty well for this case. I don't want to get too much into the ChatGPT of it. We're going to focus on the images. So let's have it write an article. Let's see if that's going to work here. I just put the prompt here, highlighted it, and click the button. And there we go. We do have an article here, and it did get cut off mid-sentence. You can just say finish writing. It does remember what it was doing, and it should be able to just piece these two together. After this, we'll add some images. There we go. That's the end of the article. So I'm just going to get rid of the response, finish writing, and I'm going to connect these two. So I wrote this article here. And we can go ahead and remove the response. And we can see here, the hidden treasure of hiking, a pathway to heart health and longevity. We'll use that as the title here. And we'll go ahead and let's add an image right here at the top, actually. So we'll go here, search for images, and type hiking. And we'll do a horizontal one here. Perfect. And we get all these amazing images. We'll just select this one here. We'll use a large one. And what we can do is we can actually align it center, and we'll make this one just auto size. So it'll just be its natural large size there. And there we go. And we can come down here, rediscovering our natural rhythm, the rise of sedentary lifestyles. That's another section in this article. So let's put an image here, and we'll use this. You guys can see where I'm going with this. Sad on laptop. Let's see what we get with that. Right, sedentary lifestyle. We're just sitting at the computer all day. Hopefully, we're all going out for walks. Let's put this one here. You can also choose the size, small, medium, or large. So a large image is 1200 pixels, a medium is 650, and a small is 350. So again, if you should choose the size for the space you're using. If it's just a small thumbnail in the corner of the page, you might want to use the small size. And actually, we might do that in this case. Let's put medium here and download that in here. And what we can do is we'll just align this to the right. And that should be good right there. And I'll just put an extra paragraph here. Perfect. And we'll even drag it a little larger. I'll go ahead and save these changes for now. And we can check out the article. There we go. We didn't have to search the internet. They're royalty free, so you don't have to pay for them. And what's cool is if you have the VIP add-ons club, you have this on your site. We'll show you how to enable it in just a second. But we can see here, it turns the plain text into kind of a more decorated article. And then of course, we do have the headings here. I will just quickly tag these up. I won't take too long doing that. We'll make them bold and want to make them H2s. Save the changes one more time. And one more thing here, what I like to do is we did use it with ChatGPT. We use the pixels, but also if you have the pre-made elements, which everyone does, especially for your blog posts, you can always drag those in here, and you can add a call to action within the article. I kind of like these ones. So if you want people to do something specific, you can. You can put a title, some text, and a button going to a sign-up page or an offer or something that you're advertising or advertising for someone else. And then, of course, you can just create your offer. What's cool is you can click on an image and click on the replace button. And when you do that, the pixels is right there. You can obviously drag an image in, use a URL, or now we can use pixels. So let's search for happy hiking. And okay, this is good here. We'll do medium. We'll insert it. Images are so high quality, I love it. I don't want to say too much of what's coming down the line, but just a sneak peek is you'll soon be able to select these stock photo libraries as the featured image. Right now it is still from the computer. We'll do that in another phase. And then we are looking to team up with other stock photo libraries so we could turn your 3 million to 10 million images or 10 million plus very soon. But what we have here is already super powerful. I don't want to discount that in any way. So let's just save this here and we'll refresh the page. And we can see here, we're just adding images and everybody is happy. All right, Dave, I'll pass things over back to you here about the benefits of having high quality images in your posts.
Excellent. So I think for the most part, most of these benefits are probably pretty self-evident, but the biggest one being the perceived value, not just of the content itself, but of our website and membership offerings and everything else as a whole. When the content that's being published to our website is accompanied by these really high quality and relevant photos. Again, this is really useful if you're allowing your members to publish content on your website, because instead of just publishing a bunch of text as a post, they can now really easily, really quickly find relevant and always high quality stock photos and insert those into their posts. So this also does help to increase engagement by capturing more attention and encouraging your website visitors to stay on the page a little bit longer. Again, you're probably more likely to stay on a web page if there's some high quality relevant images rather than just a block of text. And that also helps with readability. Breaking up long pieces of text using images makes the text and the post itself much more scannable and easier to read at a glance. It can also help boost the emotional appeal. It's a lot easier to appeal to website visitors, to your readers, through visual cues and relevant images. So, being able to quickly find and insert relevant images will help connect better on a deeper level with your audience. It could also potentially help with a lower bounce rate if visitors are more likely to then explore other content on your website. If they see that seemingly a lot of time and effort has been put into creating these posts and pieces of content, they might be more likely to see what other content you have on your website. It can also help with social sharing. I think we're all pretty familiar with the types of posts that typically gain a lot of traction on social media. They're usually either videos or text based content that's accompanied by super high quality images and graphics. So, being able to quickly find and insert these high quality relevant photos can potentially help with social sharing of the posts that have been published to your website. It would also make it more likely that the members who are publishing these posts on your website would be more inclined to share the posts on their own social media when they know that it's so easy and quick to add some graphics and images to their content. And then lastly, increased credibility, just kind of as a whole, packaging this all up. Overall, being able to insert these images directly into the posts and allowing the members to do it will make your content definitely look more authoritative and trustworthy. Again, if we're just comparing a piece of content or a post with high quality relevant images throughout to a post that's either entirely text or maybe only has like one featured image, we'd be much more likely to just immediately, kind of intuitively trust and attribute more credibility to the piece of content that has those high quality images accompanying the text.
Also, the benefit to us is our time. And also, usually for stock photos, there are free resources out there, but our time to go leave the website, search, come back, or download it to your computer, then upload it to the text editor. It just cuts out so many steps and so much save time. It should just allow all of us to create content a lot quicker on our sites and focus on other aspects of our business, effectively helping us grow our communities a lot quicker. So this is just another one of those quality of life features that can help us all move at ninja speed now, moving forward when it comes to content. All right, so let's get into the settings. First thing you want to do is go to your advanced settings and search for Froella Enable Stock Photo Library. And what you're going to do is you're going to choose which of your Froella editors, because there's different ones with different settings. If you just want to access it for yourself, the website owner, you can tick all of these, but then only give yourself access. We'll talk about it in the next slide. Or if you just want it for your blog articles, just click the Access Media Manager one. That is the super admin one. That's for you guys. But in my opinion, just go ahead and check them all. And then you can choose individual members or membership plans that would then have access to it in all three of their versions of the text editor. So let me show you where that is together. We can go to Settings, Advanced Settings, and I'm just going to search for stock. There we go, it's the first one there. Froella Enable Stock Photos. So I've gone ahead and checked all three of these. That's the first thing everyone should do. After we've done that, we have two choices. You can give entire membership plans. So you can choose a membership plan, and all the members who are attributed to that membership plan can have access to the stock photo library when they're creating posts in the text editor. And that would be in the membership plan settings under the finance section. So let's go there together and let's go to membership plans. So here, let's say we only want to give this to our higher tiered members. They're paying the most per month. It's a perk for being a higher tiered member. And we advertise that with one of the benefits of the plan is that you can have access to stock photos when you're creating posts. So we are editing membership plan 1. And again, we can just search for stock photo again here, or just the word stock. And we see that it gets filtered, and we can enable free stock images in text editor. So that's what we want to do if we want to enable it for entire membership plans. The next setting is for individual members. Let's say you only want to give this a la carte to specific members. You can do that in the quick edit pop-up when you're viewing your members in the admin area. And I'll show you how you can do that. We can go to search members and we can click on the quick edit pop-up. We can search for the member we want to grant this to. Maybe you're selling this as a perk via digital product. Someone paid 30 bucks or something for access to this, and then you want to go ahead and give them the access they paid for. So you can come to the quick edit, and under the listing settings, when you have the add-on here, it will be here, enable free stock images in text editor, and it tells you what their membership plan setting is. So it's already set to yes for his membership plan, but maybe we want to revoke it for this person. So we could set this to no. So although all the other members in this membership plan would get it, maybe we revoke it for this individual member for whatever reason. That probably won't be the case. It'll probably be the inverse. We're going to grant access to this specific member. And basically this setting will override the membership plan setting and give this member access or revoke access based on the yes or no here. So that's basically it. That's all you need to do. And when the members are accessing their text editors in their member dashboard to create posts or their About Me section, or wherever they are already allowed to add images, they will also get that extra pixels option there to search the stock photo library. And here are just a few bonus tips here, as we mentioned before. You can create a digital product or service, whatever you want to call it, and upsell this as a feature to members. If your site is very content heavy and you have a lot of user-generated content and members are creating posts, articles, coupons, events, what have you, you can sell this as an extra perk that they can unlock for their text editors, or you can grant it as an incentive for your higher tiered plans. So members at your premium level can go ahead and grant them access, and that would be a reason for other members to want to upgrade, just another carrot that you can provide. Or the alternative is just give this to all your members and encourage them to just start creating content on your site and having fun, and just turn it into a positive update for your community and make a newsletter announcement that now you can access stock photos, and tell them that you went through lots of work to get it done, and they'll be appreciative and happy. And that's one of the cool things about the BD updates, are you can pass that along as information to your community of the updates you provided to them and for them, and they will love you for it. And as mentioned before, I love using this in conjunction with the content blocks and the chat GPT. You can see how quickly we spun up an article about the benefits of hiking, and then just decorating it with images. And not just images, but we can, with the content blocks, we can insert calls to action for different offers. Maybe you have an ebook you're offering. It's a great way to insert that into the article.